So let's get into Something from Nothing, The Art of Rap. This was a documentary directed and executive produced by Ice-T, released in 2012.
On this episode of Hip Hop Movie Club, we tell you why this documentary stands out among hip hop documentaries for its focus on the craft of writing rhymes and rapping. We have two mind-blowing full circle moments. Plus, we're awed by the sheer number of rappers Ice-T included in this film and the fascinating insights he gets from them.
I like how some of these rappers approach the writing.
I think that's the real value in this film, because other documentaries will talk about the origins of hip hop and tell you the history of hip hop, but this really gets into how do they actually do it? How do they make these rhymes? And so I was really struck by what Rakim said about the 16 bars, because that's what you get. If you can't move the crowd, literally, you got to step off.
Rakim saying, I start with 16 dots on a piece of paper. I'm like, that's amazing. Like, whoa. And then he tries to put the bars in there. And he tried to do more rhymes per verse than a lot of other rappers. You can tell.
So he had different time signatures in his delivery and different poetic rhyming schemes within.
And Eminem said something similar too. Like he looks at words like a puzzle and he like sandwiches things together. So where he might be seeing things different than other people.
I love these behind the scenes kinds of looks at the craft and the process. I'm very much trust the process. And it was great to see how my favorite rappers like actually do their jobs in that way. Watching Grandmaster Caz write that rhyme that we saw was really instructive.
It was amazing. We saw Grandmaster Caz write this really creative rhyme about the whole history of hip hop. How before there was Sugar Hill, before there was everybody, before there was Mariah, and these guys were laying down tracks. Yeah, we're in Bethlehem, PA. So we saw that live. That was insane. I was like, oh my God, that's the one we saw.
Before Milk was chilling, when PE brought the noise, before Heavy D and the boys, before the roof caught on fire, before Fresh was the word, before Houdini and Friends and Roxanne's Revenge, before the Freaks came out at night, before Say Ho, before the Crash Crew was rocking on the radio, before Whitney, Mariah, and J-Lo and Janet, before Bam and the Soul Sonic Force rocked the planet, before These Are the Breaks, before Hard Times, before the Sugar Hill Gang, and before Super Rhymes, before Reaganomics.
And man, this had to have been the most star-studded cast of all hip-hop documentaries that we've seen. It was just legend upon legend upon legend. I was just like nerding out, like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like how many people he interviewed talk about their rap game. Like, what are your secrets to how you write your raps?
You had some other guys, I wouldn't even really consider them like mainstream, but MCs respect them. You had like cats like Immortal Technique, Chino XL, Raz Cass, dope lyricists, real dope lyricists. It was good to see them on there as well. Where's the 5'9"? He's a heavyweight.
No, he did a good job, Ice-T did, of going through a range of different rappers, different styles. Not many locations, mostly LA and New York, but he did cover a good spectrum of rappers in different styles.
Yeah.
And a couple females, just a couple. They had MC Lyte. She said that Full Force's father, Full Force, who we met on stage and a live screening with them of House Party, they were incredible. Bolega Lou and his brothers. It was their father, Lucien George, taught her how to develop her voice. That was MC Lyte. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I was geeking out over it. I'm like, who's going to be next? And then he started playing a track from that artist. I'm like, oh, he's going to go see. He started playing Tropical Quest. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's got to be Q-Tip next. I thought it was great when he was like, what song is stuck in your head by any other artist right now?
What's the difference between a rapper and an MC? And why isn't hip hop on the same level as jazz and blues, at least in the public consciousness? That was a really cool set of concepts to go through. It really is a film for serious hip hop fans because it covers so many people, and it covers, like you said, Boogie, some people that aren't quite the mainstream.
And there was a quote in here too about hip hop didn't really invent anything, but it reinvented everything, which I thought was a great quote also.
Yeah, it's very true.
Let's go around and rate this documentary.
Right on.
Sound good? All right, Boogie. So I know where this is going, but for Something from Nothing, The Art of Rap, would you bring this funky flick back or leave it in the vault?
Bring this funky flick back.
Dido, right? Would you bring this funky flick back or leave it in the vault?
Absolutely, bring this funky flick back.
Yes, sir. It's unanimous. We will bring this funky flick back. Ton of luminaries in this one.
Definitely, if you're a serious hip hop fan, this is for you.
And I'm glad Ice-T did this, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Ice-T.
Yeah, shout out to the OG.
Yeah, the actual OG. Yeah. We don't have that term without him, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Hip Hop Movie Club show. For serious hip hop fans who want to deepen their cultural knowledge. I'm Dino Wright, filmmaker, designer, longtime hip hop fan. I have to give a shout out to Ice-T's metal band, Body Count. There goes the neighborhood.
I'm JB, 80s and 90s nostalgia junkie, longtime hip hop fan. And for my money, Q-Tip's voice is the smoothest to ever lay it down on a track.
And I'm Boogie, a DJ, longtime hip hop fan. And I actually remember meeting Ice-T way back in the day. There was a festival of some sort over in East Orange, next to Newark. He was there and he was giving out samples of one of his singles from his album. And years later, I found out why he was actually in East Orange, because he was actually born in my hometown in Newark, right next door.
That's nice. Most people just think he's a West Coast guy the whole way, but no, he's from Newark.
Yeah.
I mean, he's from Jersey.
Yep. Him, Chino XL too.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's funny because I was actually watching this with my mom. She remembers him. She remembers Chino from around the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah.
Yep. And remember, don't hate, proliferate.
Amen.
Here we go.